Yo, doing some brakes on a Honda Civic today. Pretty simple job. Watch, we're gonna bust this out fast, guys. Real simple. Get yourself a 12 millimeter, 17 millimeter handy. Gonna crack these guys free, take them out. Little caliper bolts. All right, maybe not a 12. Actually, pretty sure that is a 12. That 12 millimeter 12 point is worn out. Time to replace that one. Lame. Alright, now we want to press that caliper back. Keep in mind we're gonna bleed the brakes afterwards. Some new fluid in there. We're changing the brakes and rotors, so I'm not worried about hurting nothing. Getting right on the edge of that pad. Kind of just compressing that caliper so it falls off easy. Now we got our 17 millimeter on the caliper mounting bracket. There's enough room to get an impact in, so we're gonna do that. Go. Our bracket's off. I always buy premium pads with new hardware. This guy supplied his own parts. It doesn't come with the new hardware, so I'm gonna wire wheel those real good. We're gonna take our wire brush or Dremel tool right where the hardware sits, clean that up real good. It's got some rust on it. Take your sliders out. These ones are jammed in there pretty good. I might have to take that other one to the bench vise and extract it. Get some vice grips on it, pull it out. This one came out. A bit rusty. Those are gonna get cleaned up and greased. I use high temp silicone based brake grease, Silglide brand. We don't care about the rotor, so we can hit it on the friction surface. Just kind of breaking it free. There she goes. All right, if your hub surface is real nasty, clean it up. This one looks real good. For some reason, he bought slotted rotors online. You don't need slotted rotors. This is not a race car. Whatever. They just make more noise. So there's that. Now, we've got to compress that caliper all the way. You get a little turn back tool, C-clamp, whatever you got handy. Big channel locks. This caliper moved back pretty easily with that screwdriver, so we should have no troubles. Sometimes they get pretty stiff, and you might want to replace them, or you got to use a more heavy-duty tool. I got a heavy-duty caliper turn back tool. This one, we'll use the chintzy little one. It's fine. All right, that's that. This is all prepped. Now we got to prep our mounting bracket. Get that all cleaned up. We'll be back. Yo! All right, we got our mounting bracket all cleaned up. I zipped one lug nut on just to keep the rotor still. It makes it easier for lining everything up. Here's our mounting bracket. We've got the pad with the squealer tab at the top, in the back. Cleaned up the hardware, greased it. Put grease all over these slide pens inside there. So that rotor's gonna stay still for us. And I like to put the pads in the mounting bracket a lot of times, if I'm able to. It's just easier that way. Instead of tightening the bracket and trying to feed the pads in, it's easier to do it on the bench. Woo. Go our two 17mm bracket bolts. And get those nice and tight. The pad tried to come out on me. Vibrations, but that's all right. Caught it. We put our caliper back over there. There we go. Put our 12mm back in. Hey, get on there, buddy. Go, and it was 19mm on the lug nuts. I'm gonna get these nice and tight. They're just little bolts, so not too tight. Don't snap them off, but get them nice and tight. I like to just bottom one out and get the other one bottomed out. Then do final torque on both of them. All right, there we go. Already did the other side. We just got to bleed the brakes. And I'll prime the pedal. Make sure you hit that brake pedal a bunch of times so the caliper squeezes in, or else you're going to take off and have no brakes. And that'll do it. Pretty easy brake job.